Hello and welcome. Once again, here we are. Your good buddy J. Balthale, ready to read some more of Ophiel's wonderful The Art and Practice of the Occult. Happy Saturday. Or whatever day you come across this. I hope the year has been treating you well so far. I hope you've been treating yourself well so far this year. Well, alright, so last time, let's see, we did the forward. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And this time, oh boy, hopefully it'll work out pretty good. I think I've got a little clip figured out. So, today we'll be on to section, chapter, however you'd like to look at it, number 1. Let's see, how we looking right there? Yeah, I think that'll be pretty good. Very cool, very cool. Alright, I'm gonna change this music up here in just a sec. Get myself some water. I think I got all my stuff ready to go this time. In case I need a little tissue paper, boom, check. Already got the incense lit, got my water. So, unless there's a bathroom break or the Illuminati kicks my door down, I think we're gonna be minimized on interruptions. So, 111, right? The portal. What portal? I don't know. Can one of you explain it to me? I just know the numbers line up and that's a good thing. Anyway, page 1, what do you know? That makes 4 ones. That's 4 ones together is 4. And guess what? 4 is how many corners are on this book, and that's the number of foundation, baby. And what we should be focusing on this year, I think, is building solid foundations if we don't already have them in place. Getting our material just so happy and in order. Of the cards I pulled for the year for myself, one of those cards was 10 of discs. And I think that's something to keep in mind. You know, I kind of had 2 to alternate between, and that was kind of living the year either 10 of wands or living it more 10 of discs. 10 of wands being a lot more scattered, overwhelmed, your willpower being even cut off by that old demiurge to some degree, versus 10 of discs a lot more sturdy. That earth kingdom on 10 of discs is, oh boy, it is sturdy, it is stable, it is a full and complete, happy, healthy tree. And be patient with yourselves also, you know, be real patient with yourselves as you're doing this work, you're learning these things, you're learning about yourself. Be patient. Give things time. You can't just rush every single thing. That's why meditation's important. It teaches you that it's okay to slow down. We're in a real sped up time of life, you know. We're in a real stimulated and anxious time of life. That's okay. It's all right. But I think part of that is because we have been kind of conditioned to believe that everything needs to happen right now, right? Is he going to read this book right now or not? It's already been 5 minutes. Holy smokes. I love you all so much. Thank you all for being here, because it's so great for those of you who have decided to join me so far. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your interest in all of this. We are getting close. We are getting so close to that 50 subscribers. that we need so that we can live stream this here book. But for those of you who have been here since day one, you're going to remember. You're going to be the ones who say, I remember those humble beginnings of Dear Sweet Jay, recording these and just reading them to himself, talking aloud. You know, when the cats come on in the room, that's great. Otherwise, here he is, still giving it to us the same as he always would, just like Ophiel, which is why we're going to dive into this book. And somebody else, our dear sweet Travis Magus. Thank you, Trav. Thank you so much, man, for all you've done. If, you know, hopefully you watch this, you listen to this, I'm sure you do. I love you so much. Anyhow, you know, because of you, I've really been able to accomplish so much more in a year, 2 years of time than, you know, pretty much the entirety of life up until then. And because of you, I've been able to achieve so many wonderful new perspectives in life, ways of approaching things, such as even, you know, recently, which I have you to thank, so thank you so much, a conversation with my mother. And that conversation was, you know, somewhat along these lines, but it wasn't, you know. Luckily, it's come a long way from the wake up out of the matrix, everybody. We gotta wake up. We gotta march. We gotta, come on, y'all. No. So it was just able to be a lot more of a genuine, balanced conversation of, Mom, I've developed this deeper connection to God. Yes, me, you know, me, yes, Mr. There is no God. Rah. Here I am. And it's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. And from this connection, I've been able to see that, you know, God is really in all things. God isn't what we've been taught to think God is. It's the go home traffic and the road ragey people giving you all sorts of ranges of emotions to be in the presence of. It's you screaming and yelling when you're throwing a fit and making yourself look silly for some spilled milk, and guess what? God's in all of that. He's in the you screaming, he's in the spilled milk. Or she, whatever you want God to be, because just like this Saturday, I wish you a good day, but hey, it's going to be whatever you want it to be, just like God. All right, on to Ophiel. Thank you, Trav. And shout out my Gnosis, too. Don't sleep on him, even though most of you are coming from there initially, other than maybe a couple other friends. Spread the word, spread the love. Spread God. S. All right, so occult knowledge, general plus elemental earth, start, and some Akasha. People have always known instinctively that I better adjust that. It's a little different for me versus this camera angle, so, okay. That there were among them who possessed powers that the bulk of them did not have. Oh, of course, there have always been outstanding men, leaders on one hand, and geniuses on the other. But I do not mean those kinds of men and women. I mean those who seem to have a more than ordinary command of nature and nature's forces, irrespective of the use they made of these forces. Coupled with the fact that these people seem to have developed or acquired those forces themselves, that is, the use of those forces themselves. This perceived occult knowledge on the part of those people who recognized it has led them to search far and wide for the secret, the gate, the key of knowledge, the great arcanum, the summum bonum. The idea being that the possession of any of these things would enable the possessor to acquire Golconda, El Dorado, kingdom of heaven, on earth, and other assorted things. Oh man, come on. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing on this channel. We're trying to get kingdom of heaven. Come on, come on. How you gonna just turn on us right out the gate like Ophiel, like that, Ophiel? Come on. See, and the search has not always been successful due to the fact, let's see. Oh yeah, that's not so bad. Oh, that works right now pretty good for a temp clip. Still have here. I'm gonna see if how this might help with that bend in the page, if it does at all. A little bit. Okay, we're just gonna have to make do. Okay, fact that seekers did not know always exactly what they were searching for, or what it even looked like after they might get it, or how to use it properly after they got it. What's that saying? The Tao that can be named isn't the Tao? And as I was just saying before, with that gratitude to the Magus, that such is the love of God, that it's everywhere. It's in front of you right now. It's in all these things right here, right now. And that love is so true and genuine that it's just there, silently, existing with you always. Doesn't need to remind you. We will, in this book, attempt to give an idea as to what the great secret is. All right, now we're talking exactly, and what reasonable use might be made of it when some idea of it is acquired. To Ophiel, to Ophiel's knowledge, this is the first time this subject has been presented in this way. The author hunted for such a book as this for 30 years, but found nothing. Oh, shit, boy. Yeah, well. Good thing you found it for us here, huh? Now, actually, the great secret itself is composed of pieces of knowledge that are, in themselves, rather very simple. And there is no real reason why, once the person grasps some part of this knowledge, that he cannot go on to master the rest of it, and also master its use. The crux goal of this matter seems to be that somewhere, sometimes during the course of the study, if the person/student persists, the person/student crosses a kind of line, and once beyond this line, he then progresses rapidly in the understanding and use of the great occult secret. Whoosh. I am told that this is true in many other studies having to do in learning and mastering certain professions and arts. Psychology has labeled these lines to be crossed as a plateau, which occurs during the learning and mastering process in such things as learning to be a telegraph operator or a typist or a shorthand taker, etc. And I'm sure so many of you have encountered this in your own way. I know I have as well, with the magical practice, but even just other things in life. You know, I spent lots of years doing different types of jobs, and some of those jobs you found that exact thing where you get to a certain point, and it's exactly that, where it's like you've crossed a line, or you've gone through a threshold or portal, and just in doing that, now you have graduated, so to speak, or leveled up, it's just like somehow something just starts clicking in your mind in this new way, and you're now on that next level up. It's really fabulous. It's a beautiful thing when you're going through it and all of that. The tricky thing is, oh boy, remaining humble, because it's real easy to get all huffy and puffy in our pants talking about, oh, look at me, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the such and such, I'm just so, oh boy, come try to step to me, and then, oh well, we all have to learn our own ways though, don't we? So, much love, blessings to all, especially all of you. Happy Saturday, Happy New Year, Year of the Snake. Ooh, yeah it is. Yes, it is. And so I repeat, this same thing occurs here in the study of the great secret. And now that you know this, you now have some ideas as to what to expect and to recognize when this situation occurs in your future studies. Alrighty. Here we are, page 3. Hooray! We love 3. And we love water. When I die and go to heaven, I'm going to kiss God right on the lips for water. And then I'm going to kiss Satan right on the lips for water. And I'm going to say, thank you both for this delicious, delicious water. All right. So I've kind of still got the Star Wars angle going on. Excuse me. Hopefully that wasn't too much into the microphone. All right. I've got the Star Wars angle going on a little bit. The top of the page, if you're going to just kind of be reading from off the video itself, is a little bit harder to see. But once again, the PDF is linked, so you can read along. Oh, and I noticed that I think the first time the links, I don't know, the copy-paste must have not gotten the whole thing, because I realized that it's cut off. So for any of you that have been trying to follow that, it very well may have still taken you to the website, or at least to through the search engine to that website, the Ophiel.art, I believe it is, and you can just access a bunch of different Ophiel resources on there. Fabulous website, fabulous Ophiel. Thank you, Ophiel. And that is part of why I had to kick this off during the hour of, oh, come on, I know one of you knows it. So, therefore, it stands, as I said above, that the great secret is, basically, by itself, a priori, a rather simple appearing set of things, the assimilation of which, however, is a lifetime, and how artwork, and probably is a lifetime artwork. So here, I was maybe not wanting to highlight in this particular book, but whoever, one of the previous owners already had done some underlining farther back in the book from what I've seen anyhow. Let's see here. As it sounds, great secret, basically. Also, I want the assimilation of which is a lifetime artwork. Because let me tell you something. That is a very, very accurate way to word it. So keep your creative juices flowing. All right, so the assimilation of which, however, is a lifetime artwork, and probably, in your and many other cases, has to be done, pursued by yourself, alone, according to written directions such as these. There is some hope that a mystery school lodge can be built at a beautiful spot in Wisconsin on the St. Croix River to which people/students can come for periods of study. Study which will lead to corrections in a student's knowledge in case he got slightly askew studying by himself alone. If you are interested, inquire about this matter. Address an inquiry to the Gnostic Institute. Address given. When I started to first write this book about this subject, I did realize that something would have to be done to present this difficult subject in a clear manner. In thinking about this, I am going to try a novel idea approach which has just occurred to me as I wrote the above lines. I like Ophiel's style of writing because he, his hyphens in here for this novel idea approach as if, to say it's, both, all in one. Because I like to do that kind of with my writing too, and I, as he says in the beginning, sorry to the critics, because for some of you real sticklers, English majors, professors, etc., you're probably not gonna really like some of this in here. But for some of you who can, be okay to color out of the lines a little. All right, let's see. I am going to see if I cannot explain basic occult knowledge in an informal manner as I go along in the book, and couple this occult knowledge with practical practices that you can assimilate as you go along with the work. I believe I will follow this idea and then give at the end of the book the ordinary conventional summarization. In that way, I might be able to not only make this study assimilation easier for you, but to make it as positive and foolproof as I can. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going one more paragraph. In this book, the great secret then is going to be unfolded in the following pages, step by step. No one has it all. The presented work will consist of both work and practices, and will be given out on a step-by-step basis. Also, besides the step-by-step basis, my tentative plan is to present the knowledge material in its local growth order, one step at a time, tried as this sounds. I trust that you will notice the growth step-by-step idea as it develops and hit it hard and succeed in it for your sake and as a credit to my teaching effort. So, one more paragraph. Yes, because unfortunately, that's just the teaser. That's just the little teaser for right now. This first chapter is about 18 pages, I believe it was. And I'm going to read it. I am going to read it for you all, for myself and you all. I can't wait. The teaser is just, again, this fun little game of content creation to get a little bit more engagement. Got to get those subscribers up, because as I've gone through this first chapter and this book a bit, especially knowing what some of our other friends in the occult community have got going on right now, you guys are going to want to be a part of it in the live setting, because boy, then you can get the ideas flowing. You already know. I don't need to tell any of you. You already know. You're already here, so I'm preaching to the choir. What we really need to do is, patience is a virtue. And here's the thing. Yeah, sure. And I'm sure any of the rest of you who would want to pitch in, we could make a few fluff accounts, get the subs boosted. I'm getting close, but let me tell you something. My father taught me at a young age, playing video games on the computer, that cheaters never prosper. And I still used cheat codes, and he's right. I never prospered, because when I would play the games without cheat codes, let me tell you something, then I would actually get good at the video games. So, in the meantime, here's another fun little teaser, another fun little spark in your Saturday afternoon, or your whenever this finds you. I am gonna give it just a little more time. Realistically, I'm not gonna drag this out like this forever. If the numbers don't get there, then, or if they don't get there super quick, then I'll just finish out this chapter this way. And again, for those of you who've been here for it this way, then hey, fun, right? And for those of you who may be coming back to this, who knows when and where, and you never know, right? So in the meantime, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for not only being here for this little teaser of chapter 1, but just thank you for being here, existing on our fabulous, fabulous kingdom of Earth. I love you all. And I will see you next time. Mwah.